We both already in the computer, right?
Yeah.
Analyze the transactions, create the journal, and post it in the general ledger. There's 20 high schoolers learning how to do people's books, bookkeepers. They're gonna be the future bookkeepers in the community.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I'm totally lost.
I could give you that and also the reports of the balance sheets, the profit and losses.
These children are, children of color, and to have an opportunity to become an entrepreneur, it's not readily available always. Sometimes we have to create these opportunities for our children. They come from different countries, and they don't know anything about business. So they're kind of trying to find a way to start up. So to have these opportunities, it's just kind of important for a young person. It kind of gives them hope for the future.
A lot of times in schools, we're not really offered like actual courses on how to handle things that are, rooted in finance and business, even though that's literally like the root of our society. So I feel like taking younger people who have an interest in it is not only good for us, but it's good for society's future.
In creating businesses, and creating a business that has social impact, you're going to apply the tools of what we're going through here. And we're going to break them to the groups that they had before.
A lot of news is now biased and tries to give you an opinion instead of giving you the facts.
The next question is, where?
Like have like Macy's hold our products.
Oh yes!
Like other than that.
What about Macy's and the pink tax though? This is gonna require a lot of like price comparison research.
That's like, climate friendly.
Climate friendly. How would we do that? Like, we're gonna like,
Our job is to make the company, not the product. I think we're
What? No, we have to make. We have to make the product too. It's like
the Trains USA, like for homeless people, we can help, but make the train station made better.
With people that have mental disabilities, that could be something to, or whatever app or whatever. It helps them in addition.
The reason I was first interested in doing business or being in business because I liked how people dressed. That was one point. And then I was like, okay, if they can dress this good, I want to be also dressing like this. So I was like, but in order to do that, you gotta be like smart like them or even better. I was like, okay. But I also I wanna do products where in business, I wanna create and work with people like customers. I wanna get to know them and I want them to get to know me too as well. I'm somebody from West Africa who come here, doesn't even speak English at all.
There's something called the pink tax, which is basically where women's products are a lot more money than men's. Like a men's razor can be 6, while a women's razor could be 15. So basically we're making a store in the future, long term, for women's products to be very much more affordable.
We would provide the wheelchairs and the safety aspects of the beach experience.
Flesh it out a little bit more, but the idea is the social impact. It's a business, how you're gonna make money.
I've always struggled with public speaking. So even during the interview, I was stuttering, and that's why I thought I wouldn't make it in. But upon making it in now, I tried to voice out myself more. So during the business presentations, I started to talk more, and then my peers were also really helpful, and it was really easy getting to know them. So I'm hoping that after I finish this program, I can be more confident with my public speaking.
As a rising junior, it's really crazy to think about because it feels like middle school was just yesterday, and now all of a sudden I'm college is only 2 years away. I'm my time is coming, and I still don't know anything about taxes, and I haven't even done one business class my whole life. I'm I need to at least do something, and this Columbia Business Program is just so interesting. It's it talks a great deal about business. So I'm okay. Even if it's not directly talking about what I'm thinking of, it will definitely help. There's no way it won't help.
An idea that we came up with was to service homeless people on the subway.
I grew up in Guyana. It's a third world country in South America, and there's not all of these extravagant buildings that are in New York. It's very sheds and mud houses and stuff like that, and it's obviously very bad. So if there's a thunderstorm, things get knocked down really quickly, and my family They endure that, and a lot of people do. And I feel like I just want to help them. I want to build like creative structures, and like obviously it can't be as advanced as like what we have here, but I just want to help it be more sustainable and firm, so that the country can actually like invest money and do something to like at least bring it out of third world countries. And I also want to own my own like architectural firm, maybe, and this would be like a good standpoint to have to see if that's something I'd actually want to pursue.
Sales they make because of us, a portion of that will go to us, so we'll still be making a profit. My family, they have their own family business, so it's really important for me to be able to not only take that over, but to also expand it. So to do that, I also need to learn basic skills, so accounting, bookkeeping. It's really important for me to kind of know all these skills so I can open my own business, to kind of like make my family proud, and to make sure that they have someone trustworthy to take over their business, not when they're gone, but when they retire.
It'll be a sustainable, technically air conditioning. Well, it'll provide heat and fresh air.
It's also like my family, I know like we come from DR and stuff. I mean, I do have like, other roots and stuff like that, but mainly DR. So we're not very, quick with money right away. We have to like work pretty hard. So if I have a lot of good opportunities, especially like here in Colombia, I want to be able to like be a first generation actually coming to the school and build my own, generational wealth within my family.
Something that I find important is to find like that you like your work, what you're doing. So then you're not just kind of sitting at a desk or like being bored out of your mind just because of the money. Like if I made less doing something I enjoyed, I think I would do that instead, just to be happy.
So our goal is to make sure that there's no biased media and we're only speaking out the truth. I want to be something. I want to be like, oh my God, have you heard Anthony, or something like that. Like where it's not only, you just say my name and it's just, Anthony. There's actually purpose or meaning, something that you actually see. That's all I really want, to build something that everybody can see.
I wanted to pick a job that can like help people. And my parents advised me to become a doctor or something, but blood in like the human body, I don't know, it kind of like freaks me out a little bit. And I like numbers, so I wanted to see something that I could like fuse the two ideas together, and that's what I think, like investment banking, because you're kind of like helping and like advising businesses so that they can grow and become more successful.
So I'm an immigrant and my parents are immigrants, and within our community I noticed that a lot of the immigrant mothers especially, they are entirely financially dependent on their husbands and they don't have the knowledge to kind of pursue anything elsewhere. So I want to help especially people in those situations, especially because I can speak their language and come from the background, the traditions. I obviously know it. We live in a very Bengali household, and I've seen this happen all the time. My mom is financially dependent on my dad, and so are almost every other brown mom I know. And helping them kind of achieve some sort of financial independence would be a dream.
We get to have like speakers this Friday, and that we get to go outside of this program, which I find really like cool because we can like get another sense of what the neighborhood is like.
Does anyone cook at home? Do you enjoy it? My father's Cuban, and my father had an incredible work ethic, and they instilled in me that if anything I want to do, I can do on my own by working and doing well at work. The process of learning is never ending. I've made a risotto 1,000 times. Every time I make a risotto, I get better at it. So it's that learning process that's really great.
I have questions about the restaurant business.
Tell me.
So would you actually recommend culinary school to people who want to go into the restaurant business and become like a head chef or a sous chef?
Well, that's a really excellent question. I went to culinary school.
What school?
Johnson & Wales.
I want to go to that school as well.
I want to be a private chef, and I know that would basically be me being an entrepreneur. I want to have the skills I can get from business school before even touching that industry. I would have the skills that normally that you would have to hire somebody for. Normally, they go, oh yeah, I went to business school and did this and that and third. I'd be like, well, I don't need you. I went to business school. I went to culinary school. I'm fully capable of running this on my own, or I wouldn't need as much as a big team to run my business.
Thank you so much, Ann. And tell your parents great job.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 is Brooklyn.
Yes.
Number 2 is who?
Manhattan.
Help me understand how Manhattan. Wait, are you saying Manhattan including Harlem? Because Harlem, we don't include Harlem in Manhattan. I had a manager at 15 years old. Oh, that's a trial. Being black is a trial as well, is it not? Being a woman in today's society, is it not a trial? So taking those trials, and I always use this adage in terms of life or trials are the manure of life. Trials are the manure of life. It stinks, but they use manure to flourish. Do you think I am a successful entrepreneur? No. Anthony said no, quick. And I came back with a question, do you think I'm a happy entrepreneur?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe. And we had a maybe. Well, we can't switch Anthony from no to maybe.
No.
No, there's a reason why. I mean,
I'll take
what do you
the no.
define as success? It's your own definition of success. What?
Perfect. Anthony, you're going places.
I say no.
You say no.
As being like happy and successful. As being like satisfied. I say no. I feel like as an entrepreneur, you're always gonna want more for your business. So there really isn't no such thing as being like satisfied. Take it, 100%.
I had a vision. I knew I wanted to get my MBA from Columbia. I am here now because I had a vision and I planned towards it and I stuck to that plan.
I have siblings, right? They said I try to plan out something, but in my mind, I would be like, I would strive for it and I would definitely get it. And then they don't want to be like, oh no, like you're not gonna be able to do this. It's impossible. You're not capable of doing it. Like
keep that self-assuredness. Know that like you are divinely and amazingly made, and that you are set out for great things, and go and do those great things. And if someone's telling you that you can't do great things, don't believe them, because you can do great things.
I also am an entrepreneur myself. I have a business. It's called Career Matchmaker, and it helps people to find and do work that they love.
Hey guys, from the Boys and Girls Club, just come around here. This program that you're seeing right now is called the First Generation Entrepreneurs Program. We have 20 high school students here, all juniors and seniors, and they are learning QuickBooks, which is an accounting program. And they've been here this is the 5th week. It was a 5-week program. This last week, they're actually working with business owners, and that's what's going on in those 2 rooms there. We got business owners, and they're actually helping them with their books.
what is it gonna do for us, like in the future? Like, what are we gonna be able to do with this?
Okay. I know how to keep my money organized, so that's also like another benefit you can get from this.
What did you learn? Like, what's the most like funnest, like best thing you learned from this program?
We actually got to build our own websites here of bookkeeping. So we got to use our computers. We had a designer come in and teach us the difference of like coloring. We had learning how to build your brand, building your logo, and then we got to actually put our own websites up.
Oh, that's fun. So you did all of that?
Yep, I did all of this. I had organizing, I had personal assistants.
There are millions of great ideas and really great people behind those great ideas. But what makes a business actually work and what makes it successful is the ability to execute on it. And knowing how to control your money, knowing who to go to, knowing who to ask for help, knowing who to hire and how to hire, right? So it's skills like these kids are learning in this class, and also what you learn in business school sometimes, that help you create a business and run a business in the long term.
I should do mileage though, right? I should definitely be tracking mileage. What do you
Oh,
think?
of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then paper receipts, right?
Yes, I do say papers.
I never really helped other people with helping out, especially when it comes into the real world and having to manage finances and something as important as this. So I feel like it's actually a really good accomplishment.
I think there was definitely a change in like my confidence before I went into this program and after. Just because I feel like this program really builds up my self-esteem. All the teachers were very like reassuring, and they were really supportive throughout my whole like journey of learning how to do QuickBooks.
And that's the part that I like. I'm so happy to be a part to help high school students, do this. Believe you me, they're helping me. I don't, this is a lot of things. I'm a new entrepreneur myself, but if I could be an inspiration and they can learn from this to then become their own entrepreneurs, this would be beautiful.
Receivable is money owed to you, and payable is money that you owe to others.
I needed help with my QuickBook. As a small business owner, you wear many hats.
and it's overwhelming. And I needed to get with the times in what a perfect way to learn from these students, right? But also the students get a chance to interact with a business owner, right? So it's a real life situation. Like I'm giving them access to my bank accounts, you know. So, but it's worth it, right? Because it's something that I think that they will have, even if some of them don't become accountants or bookkeepers. It's something that they will have for their personal use for the rest of their life.
Empowering a community means that people are gonna gain self-value. There is a correct wrongs. We need to correct wrongs that have been happening throughout history, very much. And we are empowering minorities, especially, to become self-sufficient.
A lot of people can't say, you know, I've been to Columbia or I've been to a great school. Saying that I've been here and given the opportunity and I've completed a class here means a lot. You know, not a lot of people have that. And to, you know, meet all these amazing people and be in a class with so many intelligent people is amazing, to be honest.
I wanted to make sure like all the numbers are correct. In this program is like all about group work. Like you're not alone. Like when you work with people, you learn things that you might not know, and they also teach you the things that they know. So it's basically, I like the collaboration in this I like it here.
The most interesting thing that stuck out for me is that maybe I don't want to just do accounting, maybe I want to do business, because they've exposed us to so many great things in this program. So, you know, I have many opportunities to take this program and take it wherever I want.
I feel like now, like after doing this program and like seeing that I have to like have like a schedule and a routine with like being here and doing certain things here, that I can be consistent and it doesn't feel like overwhelming.
Getting to meet new people has inspired me to try like other new things. Like before this, I would have never sat down in front of a camera and started talking.
I'm actually pretty interested in business now, and I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with a lot of the financial foundation that I've gotten so far.
I've done a little bit of research, and I've seen that just like, first of all, in the field of finance, 76% is just male. And then within venture capital, like 2% of women get the funding. It's mostly just men. And I'm sure even a lesser percent would be South Asian women. And I think the biggest issue is that there really aren't a lot of South Asian women in finance or business. It's very, very limited. So I think one more open perspective, like hopefully me, would make a difference.
Lots of times we can't be what we can't see, and so having peers within their networks to lean on for entrepreneurship, for opportunities that will then be their support system as they go through life. Myself, as an executive MBA student, I know how important networks are and how opportunities come about just by being in the same room as other great minds. And so when Columbia puts these great minds together, the world is a better place because opportunities come alive.
Now I have the confidence even just to go with a business owner and like help him with his stuff. I would have never dreamt I could help a business owner. Like this starts to now build your goals. This starts to like build your characteristics as you become like an adult and stuff like that. And like this can shape the best version of you that you actually want to be.